Okay, guys. It's good evening here. I don't know whether it's morning or afternoon or midnight where you are, but it's good evening here. It's just, what time is it? It's about 10:30 p.m. 10:26 to be precise. So I went live on my story, my Facebook story, and I didn't seem to find the story afterwards. So I don't know whether everything that I said has just been a waste. But hopefully I'll find that recording again. And hopefully there will be questions there and I can answer those questions. So basically, I want to answer as many questions as I can on what Bitcoin is all about. And I believe that from the little research that I've done, I believe that the blockchain and Bitcoin, and you can ask me what those are. If you don't understand them, then I'll explain them. But basically, the blockchain is a revolutionary new way of record keeping, basically. And Bitcoin is just the first application of the blockchain. So the blockchain is supposedly the technology behind. So here I can actually add people, which is great. Not on the stories. So the stories, I thought they were more functional, but it looks like they are not, according to what I've just experienced here. So there is Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency. It's just the first application of the blockchain or of the Bitcoin itself, because the Bitcoin is actually the first word. If you read through Satoshi Nakamoto's Bitcoin white paper, the word blockchain is actually not in there. So it doesn't actually talk about the blockchain. He just talks about Bitcoin as a peer-to-peer payments system. So a system for individuals to be able to pay each other without going through a third party such as a bank. So imagine that I want to send you, say, $20, and to send you those $20, I would have to go to a bank to get the money and then to send it maybe through your bank. But instead, with Bitcoin, I can send it straight to you just by going on my mobile device. And I know you can do that now with some of the banks, or most of all of the banks. You can do that. You can send money through, you can send money to another person. But the thing is that money is still going to go through a third party. It's still going to go through the bank. And the bank can decide whether there is enough money or there isn't. The bank can decide whether you can't send money to that person or not. They can make that decision because they are the third party. They are in control of your account, basically. So they are likely to decide whether you can send that money or you cannot. Now with Bitcoin, there is no third party, so there is no one to decide whether you can send money to someone or you can't. So there is no one to make that decision. Just we can put a bit. Yeah. Do you know one thing about these live videos? I don't think if you are doing a live video and you've got family members, that the live video should get in the way of family members. I think I should be able to interact with them. as much as they want to interact with me. So, for example, I think they are important, and we should give them the attention that they need when they need it. So you can't really ask your kids to go away or be quiet or whatever, okay? You need to be able to do this with them around. Maybe you don't want them in the video, that's fine. But you have to attend to them. So if at any time I need to do that, I've seen friends who find it difficult to concentrate because of what's going on around the house. And I think maybe you shouldn't do videos in the house if that's how you feel, if you don't want them to have to be in that situation. So it's a lot that we can talk about on this, you know. And Peter, thanks again for watching. I know you were watching me a few minutes ago, and you're watching again. So like I said, if you have any question, just drop it there. I want to talk about Bitcoin, but I want to answer specific questions. Maybe you've never heard of Bitcoin and you wonder what Bitcoin is all about. Maybe you can ask me that. Maybe you've bought some Bitcoin and you just want to drop a comment about it. But one thing I would say about Bitcoin is that you should avoid kind of divulging like how much Bitcoin you hold and stuff like that, because you become a target. And once you become a target, like I've had fraudsters calling me from Russia, and because my phone will tell you where the number is coming from, I'll just ignore the number. But you know, people are gonna try and see if they can get something out of you. And if you post a lot about Bitcoin, you attract a lot of people that are trying to sell you Bitcoin. And for me, I don't think you should be buying Bitcoin from strangers. I think you should just join a cryptocurrency exchange and buy your own Bitcoin there. And I don't think you should keep your Bitcoin in a cryptocurrency exchange, but you should move it to somewhere else. You should move it to a cryptocurrency wallet, a secure wallet that you can download on the App Store or on Android. Samanyang. Ndrutara ngewanu ndakamirira ma questions. Imi nchataurizo mamoskele. Ndinozoshatrisa vanhu maningi. Africa is lagging behind nenyaya yeBitcoin, because kunoenda vanhu vemapyramid scheme kuAfrica vokutaurirai kuti munogona kuita mari panapa, vokurovai mari dzenyu, mumva mati Bitcoin chitsotsi. But Bitcoin hachisi chitsotsi. Even mari nematsotsi ndokwakatanga mapyramid scheme kumariko. So all they are doing is they are transporting that thing in my pyramid scheme. They are now there as well. What do you know? So I'll go for my cryptocurrency. So you need to be vigilant. In fact, if you understand how they work, there's no way you can be tricked into or socially engineered into losing your money. Okay, guys. So if there are questions, please drop them there, and then I should be able to answer them. As soon as I get a question, I'll do another live. So please let me know if you have any questions on Bitcoin. does it IP ndanda kutongoenda because pane vanhu vashoma kana kuti vanhu varipo havasi kubvunza. So if there are any questions on Bitcoin, please ask. Please ask. If you ask, then I will answer that question right now. If I can't answer it, I'll tell you, but this one is too difficult. Maybe I'll come back to you. Otherwise, Tutaranyema Bitcoin, what they are, how they can solve some of our problems, how people can be socially engineered to, how people can actually lose their money in Bitcoin because of lack of understanding of the concept. Because once you understand it, those people who come to you promising you instant riches, you'll be able to see through that. And some people don't even realize it's a pyramid scheme. They get into it, they are told to recruit people and stuff like that. Pyramid schemes, by the way, can actually, in fact, it's called multi-level marketing, which means it's good if you want to practice some marketing skills, or if you want to implement some marketing skills, because it's all about marketing. The only problem is that people get into a pyramid scheme and then they don't put in enough work to succeed. Okay? It's easy to sit through a presentation, and in the presentation you are convinced just how easy it is to make some money out of that. Yeah. But it's always the implementation part. It's always what you actually do, which is important. So if you're not putting in enough, if you're not selling anything, I always say to people, if you think you're a businessman, okay, ask yourself what you're selling. And ask yourself if you've got a product or a service that you're actually selling. If you don't have that, I think you're still in the concept stage. So you need to come up with a clear product or service that you are selling, and it's bringing in revenue on a daily basis. So guys, ask any questions on Bitcoin. Even one question, I'll come back and do a video just to answer one question. Okay, just one. Ask one. Anything. What is Bitcoin? Anything. Is it a scam? Is it a pyramid scheme? Anything. And I'll answer that in